Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I am the Shadow, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Delphi murder case of Liberty German and Abigail Williams. Now, I'm going to roll you in the video footage here a bunch of bridge guy pictures, some of which are from what I was able to pull out of the Delphi Motion Fix video, single frames out of the Delphi Motion Fix video, and you'll start to see them now. Now, what I want to talk to you about is the extended time period that the suspect spent at the crime scene. Now, I'm going to base my theory here and my opinion here on the timestamps that are within the case. The timestamp of when Liberty shot the video at 2:13 on the bridge, and it was 43 seconds long, so that would have made them going down the hill around 2:14 to 2:15. And the timestamp that was talked about by David Erskine's of the time of death being approximately around 3:30. Now, the suspect, we know, stayed after at the crime scene here to do the signatures and clean up the crime scene. Now, the suspect here is not your typical murder suspect. The suspect here is not a professional hitman, because if it was a professional hitman, he would have came in, did the job, made sure the job was done, never touched anything, and left. But this suspect stays at the crime scene, touches things, and stages the crime scene, leaves things there, and then takes souvenirs from the crime scene and then cleans up the area at the crime scene by taking one of the victim's clothes and throwing them in the creek. Presumably, I'm presuming that he did this right as he's leaving the area. Now, this is an extended time. Now, I have figured out, with the timestamps involved, a rough estimate of how long he was at the crime scene after and during the crime. One being during the crime and one being after the crime doing the signatures. The suspect was there for an extended period of time, well over an hour on one part of the crime. And I believe he was there for the other part of the crime well over an hour. Total crime, 2 hours and 15 minutes, I believe. Now, this is just my opinion. However, I want you to think about something here. All of you to think about this. How did he know that he could stay there at the crime scene for that long of a time? That's a very long time to stay at a crime scene and not get caught, not be seen. How did he know that he could stay at that crime scene that long? I want you to think about that. Now, this tells me something right here. This tells me that this suspect, okay, he knew this area very well. He was familiar with this area very well. And he also knew other things about this area very well. I believe the suspect is local from the area. The suspect, I believe, is from the surrounding area of Delphi, either just outside of town or within the next town over, but the suspect is locally familiar with the whole area. Now, anyone who was at the bridge that day that's from Delphi, or anyone that was a witness involved in this crime, I would like them to focus on that the suspect was wearing a camouflage style hat, and he was also wearing some type of pouch on his side around his waist, that it may be a fanny pack or maybe some type of pouch, but it had an emblem on the front of it, and that emblem I have pulled up looks to me like it is a bear. Now, I've showed pictures of this in another video, but I would like the people of Delphi and the witnesses and the people that were at the bridge that day to try to remember if they seen a suspect who was wearing a camouflage hat with this pouch on his side that had the bear emblem on it. If you saw the suspect and recognized the suspect, please contact the Indiana State Police. If you recognize the pouch and you know who it belongs to, please call the Indiana State Police. Like, share, and subscribe. I am the Shadow.